Hello and welcome to one of the better city EVs. My name is Jimmy and this is the 2024 Fiat 500e. With more range, more power, and more room, this is actually quite a nice upgrade from the previous generation. You can get about 240 odd kilometers, which is, let's be honest, sufficient for most people that live in the city anyways. 118 horsepower, once again, very sufficient for someone that's in the city, and the space, well, kind of depends on you and your family, I guess. For me, I'm 5'11", I fit in here comfortably. Headroom is plentiful. The only thing is my knee is right against the center console, which is kind of hard plastic. Same with the sides, but I do get heated seats, which is nice. And in front of me, the steering wheel is, well, very classic in its design. This two-spoke is very different, but it gives you a flat bottom where you can rest your hand for, well, those long city drives that you may be encountering. Behind you do get a digital cluster. It shows you, well, all the things that you necessarily would need. Range, speed, trip, it's all there. It does take like a second to flip from page to page. It's not the quickest menu, similar to, well, the infotainment. I mean, it's all backed by the same system, so kind of makes sense. You do get wireless CarPlay, which is absolutely a nice thing, but there is a little bit of leggy menus here and there when you're flipping from page to page. So that, well, you just kind of have to bear. You do get some physical controls underneath, and the overall interior aesthetics, it's decent. I like this completely red panel I have in front of me. Of course, that can change depending on trim, color, and whatnot, but it's very retro. It just, well, brings that pop of color to the inside, which is quite nice considering the side panels aren't really doing much. These door poppers, yeah, they're exactly the same as a start-stop button as well. While that itself might be shared with some other Stellantis products, not much else is shared, and that's definitely a nice thing. Even with the price that it's at 40,000, you would expect more pieces to be shared, but this, not too bad. Even the stocks, these are actually quite nice, and I think they're Fiat exclusive. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen other Stellantis products with those. In terms of space in the rear, 5'11", here's me. I fit fine, but I'm not the most comfortable back here. And if you're thinking of carrying car seats, I am a child passenger safety technician, and right here behind the passenger seat, this is a collect lane infant seat. As you can see, it does fit. There is enough room for, well, an infant carrier in here. Just the front seat definitely isn't the most comfortable. Our rear facing seat, yeah, you're gonna be quite tough fitting one of those in. I couldn't even fit my Flow or my Fünf in here without basically having the passenger seat just folded forward. There just wasn't enough room. When they grow up a little bit, forward facing, it's going to be okay. There's enough room for that. But the seat material, it is quite firm, so it's a little bit of a struggle. Well, kind of clasping all the lockouts and whatnot, putting that car seat inside. And then behind them, there's not really much of a trunk space. It's quite small. I mean, the overall car is small. That's what you need in a city car. You want something that's fun to drive, light on its feet, and sufficient amount of power. And that's exactly what the Fiat 500e kind of gives you. It's super light. This steering wheel, like, it takes no effort whatsoever. And that's kind of nice. You don't really want a heavy wheel. At 118 horsepower, it's not blowing any doors off, but it's sufficient. It can chirp its front tires, which is more than enough. Turn off traction control, you can burn that up a little bit. It's, well, quite entertaining, actually. I do quite enjoy it. One thing I did find is because of the shorter wheelbase, it is, well, when you go over a bump on the front, you just go over that bump in the rear a lot sooner than most other cars, and you definitely notice that, especially on the highway. Things get a little bit twitchy. It's definitely more designed for city street speeds than it is highway cruising on the Autobahn or anything like that. But with the extended range that this has, I feel like some people may take it on longer journeys. I'm not saying it can't. I just would be more comfortable in some other vehicles, let's say. Not to discredit the 500e though, I think it's still a very well-rounded vehicle for what you get. It gives you most of what you need in a city EV. It really does. Some people may want more space, but if you don't really need that, this is great. It's super easy to park. I don't really have to worry about the surroundings that much. Even though I don't have a 360 camera, I'm quite aware of where my corners are. I don't get blind spot detection, but I mean, I see it in my peripheral. Like, it's right there. You don't really need it. I think that's really it. Sure, there are some cheaper plastics in here. I don't mind that too much. I feel like just the overall vibe the vehicle kind of gives me with its really cute face and rounded bum. That sounds kind of weird. But just the overall styling of it, I really like it and I really enjoy it. And my kid, well, when he first saw it, he smiled and he said, "It's so cute." He's 3. So that's saying something, right? In any case, thank you so much for watching this video. Like the video if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.